The month of July is coming in fast, so you might be freaked out because you're an influencer, entrepreneur, any form of business owner. And now you're overwhelmed by the blank page that is that upcoming month. Let me share with you my July-centric content marketing planning method, and if you use it, you'll save yourself a lot of overwhelm and frustration, especially while you try your best to balance your busy personal and professional life over and above your content planning, creation, optimization, and publication efforts. It's super easy, and it'll make sure you have both your relationship content marketing and straight up sales-based content marketing bases covered too. This is calendar pass 1. Okay, so here I am looking at my calendar for July without much of anything loaded onto it. It doesn't matter if you use Google Calendar or if you use any other kind of digital calendar system. Whatever works for you. Just work it and please don't overthink things. Okay, so in the purple colored dates or events, what you're seeing here are holidays that, in this case, my Google Calendar has preloaded onto it. There's really only one thing here. So that's fine, I'll leave it there. That might inform whatever content marketing I do organically, what I create on my own and publish immediately after, anything I say in live streams that I do on those days, anything that I'll have done in advance and scheduled out to publish on that day, like say through my popularity plan for July, which is my digital download asset pack that's loaded with 100 or more graphics in it, most of which are July-centric, plus there's tons of graphics for you to use, in this case, in the days leading up to and through the 4th of July for great relationship marketing brownie points. So that helps, especially if you're a solopreneur or you're a small business, running a mom and pop shop, what have you, and you're doing all or most of your content marketing on your own for your business. And something like all those graphics would help you cover your daily content marketing base better. Plus, each month's popularity pack comes with templates and or swipe files for a weekly email, in this case, 1 email a week for you to send out in the month of July, and it also comes with, in the same pack, 15 swipe files for specific July-based social media post captions that go with some of the graphics that might have to do with some of those days that you're seeing, or in this case July 4th, or other July-centric days that are in the popularity pack. So for calendar pass 1, I'm starting with almost a clean template to work from here, just starting off with the holidays that Google thinks is important. And are. So next, let's add in some more days that I have to take into account as I plan out my content marketing for the month of July. And these days are kind of more practical. Okay, so this is calendar pass 2. This is all about being realistic about real life, your personal life, and balancing it with your business and marketing on behalf of your business. Okay, so in this case, my case anyway, I had no dates to worry about in July when it comes to school because school's closed for the summer. But you know what? During any given month that you're planning out your content creation, editing, optimizing, and scheduling, if you're an entrepreneur parent, you should just plug in any days where school is scheduled to be closed. Whether it's a holiday, Superintendent's Day, a big break like summer vacation, half days from school, again, when it is in session, let's say because of Superintendent's Day or whatever. Number 1, you should want to keep track of these days, right? When school is in session, you should know. But number 2, from an entrepreneur's perspective, a content marketing perspective, if you're like me, you don't have a professionally soundproof studio or what have you, so you may want to have a quiet house to create content in. So if kids are home for the summer, that's not going to happen easily, or it's not going to happen quietly. And or if you want to spend time with your kids, things are going to be rough for you during the summer, vacation. So I'll just recommend that you consider getting the Popularity Plan July Mega Pack for helping you to get the most out of your relationship marketing for the entire month done. Otherwise, you'll want to maybe plan ahead for when you create your content so that you can juggle kids or dependents being around more. You can plan for summer vacations. Or you'll have to create more content in batches, like batch recording, batch creation, what have you, so that you don't have to sweat having to come up with content or staying on a publishing schedule for social media, YouTube, a podcast, and so on. You'll have done the work ahead of time, and then you'll ideally schedule everything out so that you can in advance, right? When your kids are awake, around, want to play, want to go to the pool or the beach, hey, you'll be fine. They're going to be fine. You can do your content marketing, work your business, and stay top of mind with the brand-based community you've already created. And one piece of well-optimized content at a time, you can add some new members to that community too, so that when you do run a sale, more people actually remember that you exist and care. Regardless, with kids at home, if you plan things out properly, then you can be spending more quality time together instead of you shushing them all day long, or you're getting a headache because you can't concentrate. Then you can work your business more effectively in terms of content marketing and sales, and your family, friends, and or loved ones won't feel like your business always comes first. You can't enjoy vacation, you're not fighting with each other about it, and so on. Fail to plan, plan to fail. All right, let's move on to calendar pass 3. All right, I always tell my students, if you want to make more money as an entrepreneur, you have to make more offers. And if you want to be taken seriously as a business or business owner, you have to sell. You're helping your clientele to solve problems and or satisfy desires. So selling is really helping. Entrepreneurs are paid to help people solve their problems, to get out of pain and into pleasure. So you gotta plug in the dates of sales you want to have, product launches you're going to do, affiliate marketing campaigns you'll focus on, sponsorship deals where you're creating content live or pre-recorded and scheduled for deployment. No matter what business model you're running, creator, influencer, products, services, whatever you're selling, and no matter who you're selling it to, no matter what, you need to have at least 2 sales-based or income-producing promotions a month at a minimum. My 6- and 7-figure students are obviously doing way more than 2 things a month. Some are every single week having an income-based promotion or sale, or depending upon their business model, it's daily. But let's get real. You only launch once a month or do a straight-up sales-based promotion once a month, and how much money can you really make in most cases? So in this example, I've just plugged in 2 July-based sales-based promotions into my calendar for you to see as an example. And while I've color-coded school day closures when those happen as red, we're in the summer, so that's not happening. There's no school at all. My sales-based promotion days are color-coded dark green or money green, so now I know as I go into the next month that I've covered the minimum base of 2 promotions for when my sales-based activities are to occur. And of course, I'll have to prepare as much in advance as possible any straight-up sales-based content to announce the sales that are going to occur, or the fact that enrollment's open, or the cart's gonna close soon, that sort of thing. I'll have to schedule in or factor in time to create those sales-based sort of emails and social media content, what have you, but I also have to keep in mind, and so should you, about creating content that will create intrigue in your audience, stir the pot, and warm things up, ideally before you just launch headlong into sell. Your sales figures should be better that way when you do sell. I've got to block out time on my calendar in which to create and schedule the sales-based content as much in advance, as much of it as possible, so that I avoid the situation where suddenly the dates come up for my sales-based promotions and I'm not stuck getting the word out about them the last minute. That's going to affect your sales, like I said, and not likely in a good way if you let that stuff go until the last minute. So you do have to plan for all of the sales-based content in advance to then you go into the sales. Now, on to Calendar Pass number 4. Calendar Pass number 4 is simple. I want to make sure that I'm loading in and color coding it all in pink in this case. Any birthdays, anniversaries, special events, weddings, showers, whatever, into my calendar. So just like with any school closure days when those are applicable, I know I'm not available to do things live necessarily. When I have to make sure I definitely have content created and scheduled out to cover those dates in advance, right? So this way I'm persistently and consistently content marketing and covering my base, but also living a real life. This way I keep whatever email list VIPs and brand-based social media following happy and well attended to with fresh content on the daily, maybe on the weekly for things like YouTube and podcasts, but seriously on the daily for at least the top 2 social media platforms most important to one's niche. And on days where I have other commitments in my personal life, I can do them, be present, and not feel like one part of my life is suffering at the expense of another. So hopefully this advice helps you to do the same. On to Calendar Pass number 5 as we plan out a lot of the rest of our content marketing for the month of July. Here we are at Calendar Pass number 5. Okay, so just a moment ago I spoke about covering a social media content marketing daily base. Not everywhere, just on the top 2 social media platforms that are most important to your niche. As you get more profitable, you grow a team, you can spread out to more and more social media platforms, if you like, to increase the public's discoverability of your brand. As you can see here, I've got a lot of dates covered with this 5th Calendar Pass. I'll go back and load in more if I want, but just so that you can see, I've got July-centric holidays, tentpole events, special days, what have you, plugged in to serve as inspiration for my content creation on those days. Plus, I can use my own popularity plan, July Digital Assets Pack, to do a lot of the heavy lifting for me when it comes to graphics, social media post captions, and more, so that I'm not creating everything from scratch. So as you can see in this banana yellow color, I've got a lot of bases covered, a lot of content that I can create, and a lot of talking points to keep my brand-based community and email list that I have currently amassed happy and engaged, and I can remain top of mind with them. But if I optimize my posts properly, I can get on the radar screen of potential new clients in a variety of ways as well. Nice, right? Am I going to put out additional content on those days? Sure I am, but I have been in business as a coach for 10 years now, and in more recent years, I've gotten a small but mighty team to help me edit videos and design graphics. If you do not have that, that's okay. You'll get a team down the road if that's what you want, but in the meantime, you've got to schedule or calendar block additional days into your content calendar where you have to batch plan, batch create and or record, and batch schedule content out for publication. With or without the popularity plan, you can do it. You just have to plan for all of this extra activity and then follow through on the work that's required. But hey, if success was easy, everyone would do it, am I right? Every entrepreneur would be rich, wouldn't they? So I didn't say any of this stuff is easy, especially if you don't have the popularity plan for July, but it can be a whole lot easier on you personally and or professionally if you plan ahead and put in the work that needs to be put in. This planning and calendar blocking method of mine is one that you can use to cover all of your bases for relationship marketing, straight up sales-based marketing, all of it for July. And whether you're doing everything from scratch or not, at least now you have a blueprint for how your business is going to run throughout July. And you'll know how much content you need to do all of the marketing and selling you need to do for your business to succeed in the month of July too. I'm talking about teaching influencers, entrepreneurs, all sorts of business owners, all about content marketing that converts. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and watch this next video of mine that YouTube thinks you'd really like too.